What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Nations League final live watch along. We got Panama versus Mexico. This should be a really competitive game. Looking at the teams lining up right now, Panama is going to be in red. Mexico, we are keeping the bad guy black kits that we wore against Canada in the third place game, which I absolutely love them. These kits are so freaking nice. We look like the baddies again in CONCACAF, which I think is important. I think it's an underrated thing. Whenever the kit was released, you got to look like the bad guys because we don't have the tech, but if we can have the dog, we need to look like that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever this Emperor's Royal Guard / ODST armor kit is, we got to keep rocking with it because it looks beautiful. Connor, were you able to find the lineups? Oh, I think we got some super chats actually from a couple of y'all. Here, I
got
can.
the lineups.
You got the lineups. We probably got to change our thing here. There we go. All right, so we're looking at Mexico first. We're gonna get the super chats in a second, yo. Malagon in goal. Yeah, no change there. Looks like the back line. Montes comes in for Edson. Interesting. I think that's fair. Can you keep scrolling to the midfield, Connor?
Yeah.
Let me see. Romo. Okay, so Edson comes up to play double pivot with Romo, Piojo, and Chino out left. Chino gets the start. Santi, both Jimenez is up top. Okay. Seems pretty reasonable to me. Kind of surprised Chino got the start, honestly. But I am mad about it. Waterman gets the start after the goal. A shout out to that guy. Christian Martinez, Coco Carrasquillo, Godoy, and Rodriguez. That's pretty much Panama's best midfield they could roll out right now. Blackman. Ooh. Harvey. I'm not familiar with that player. Farina, Cordoba, and Gutierrez round out the back line. I actually do not know who that Harvey guy is. And Mosquera at goal. Very interesting. Harvey. I'm going to look that guy up on my phone. I've genuinely never... I don't recall seeing him before. Maybe he's played for Panama a lot recently. Carlos Harvey, 25 years old, Minnesota United. Let me see. He got 13 minutes against Costa Rica. Didn't play. Oh, he did play against the last friendlies. I guess this is a... Oh, this guy's the dude who replaced Escobar. I guess. Okay, well, whatever. I think he played against the U.S. last game, actually. Doesn't matter. I think that's fine. Both lineups, I think both teams are rolling out the strongest thing they could possibly bring.
They better be.
Yeah, you better be. Well, I mean, I had people online telling me that the third place game didn't matter for the CONCACAF Nations League. It's just honestly crazy to me that somebody could say that. Sometimes, man, I think we have like the most entitled fans of any federation. I really do. Like, I think if fans in other countries, they have a degree of humility. But I think with us, it's like, third place game, man, who cares? I'm like, dude, the World Cup's in a year. And this is a competitive game.
You want to know? You want to know what I think about that? I think that people don't like to see change. And they think the Nations League doesn't mean anything. They think the Gold Cup doesn't mean anything. It means something if you make it mean something.
Yeah,
Like that's what matters here. Because I'll tell you right now, if we do an unpacking of this, my only silver lining for Canada is going to be that they got a medal, and it was 2 below what they should have gotten. So
I think there are more silver linings for them, but
but overall takes, right? This should
yeah.
this should have been a dub for them out and out, and it should have been a dub for the U.S. men's national team as well. I mean, the last team out of the big three that anybody thought was going to get to the final was Mexico.
Yeah, correct.
It's the last team. And now here we are, because somewhere along the line, Mexico did something right. I think you told me that Canada got unlucky. I was unfortunate, did not get to see that game. However, yeah, I don't know. Fans, if you want to keep it the same, if you want to make sure that all these tournaments stay shit and stay irrelevant, that's exactly the motivation that you got to go into this with. That being said, if you want to be like Mexico and the Mexican fans, and you get up for any game at any time in any situation, even when you're shite, you'll make it to the final of a tournament every once in a while.
It's very interesting you say that, because I actually don't think we've gotten up for games recently, despite us being crap. That's why I thought it was such an interesting game against.
I'm talking fan base.
You're talking. Oh, but I thought you were saying Mexico as a team showed up. That's why they made it to the final.
No, I'm talking about the fact that Mexican fan base and the Mexican, well, maybe not the Mexican team at times, but the Mexican fan base will be there en masse and give a damn for everything. They put stock into their games. They give a damn about their national team to a fault. Doesn't matter the game. So I think that you're correct that CONCACAF on the whole has a real issue about this stuff. Because I'll tell you what, over in Europe, they're having a field day with the Nations League right now. Probably the best series of games that have been put together since, I don't even know, 2022 World Cup, maybe? Every single game had more than 3 goals.
Yeah, but I think, I'm not sure where I should start in my response to that. The thing is about the Nations League, the original point is it's only as serious as you take it. I just don't understand anybody online who could ever suggest that a third place game, I don't care if it's the Gold Cup, the Copa America, the World Cup, the Nations League, how could you ever say that game doesn't matter? How could you ever say that game is irrelevant? Of course it means something. Do you not want to win third? Like, even for the case of the US and Canada, right? Of course, both teams wanted to win. Every team in the semifinals wanted to win this tournament. Panama want to win this tournament. You think they're here and just happy to get the silver? No, they want to beat Mexico today. But guess what? Mission A, the primary objective, was not accomplished. Wasn't able to happen for Canada and US. The most insulting thing you could do and the most beta male thing you could do is then have your secondary objective, which is, okay, we're at least going to walk out of here with a medal around our neck, is for you to throw the middle finger at that and say, we're too good for this. It's the worst response you could possibly have. I just didn't understand how people were saying, hey, it's irrelevant. We should test out new guys. No, you shouldn't. You should get out there and you should win. If the new guys don't help you win, don't play them. By the way, shout out to Diego Luna, because I thought he was probably the best player, or maybe Tim Weah today. I thought both of them were good. The game's kicked off for me. Have you seen it? Has it started for you?
No. Or actually, they're on the pitch. They have not kicked off yet.
Okay. I might have to adjust this then, because I'm watching on YouTube. Can you refresh? I'm on 30 seconds. Even FootMob hasn't started the game yet. Here, I'm going to respond to some super chats while you figure that out. Appreciate you guys sending this in. It must be so nice to be Berhalter and not be nailed to the wall, or better, you're at crucified. Better not hear that they're sending a B team to the Gold Cup. Yeah, I mean, 100%. 100%. We'll have more of a U.S. discussion at halftime. I want to focus on Canada and Panama. I mean, I want to focus on Mexico and Panama now. Just because this is the final. But we'll talk about that later. But yeah, Berhalter, he was a scapegoat for every single thing wrong with this national team. Angel Batista says, is the pay-to-play mentality that's in the U.S. the reason? What? 116, 117, 118, 119.
10 seconds behind.
Okay, here, I can, let me answer this and then I'll get up. Against teams I'm feeling fair because they show up against them. I'm not sure how pay-to-play would influence playing down or up. That's kind of an interesting angle you're taking from this. I just think the U.S., I don't know. I just think they're nonchalant. I just think the U.S. is nonchalant. I think that's the biggest issue. I don't think it's because at the youth level you have to pay money to play games. Oh, shot comes in. Ooh, okay. From Santi. Here, let me see if I can pause my.
Yeah, I'm at 203, 204, 205. If I just have to be a little bit behind, then I'll just be a little bit behind.
Well, no. I just don't want to get up. Hold on. I'm just gonna pause mine for 10 seconds. So I'll be a little ahead of you for a bit. Until then, I guess I can not do a play-by-play, and instead I will
No,
react
you can do a
to.
play-by-play. It's all right. The spoilers don't bother me. I'm just here to watch the game.
Can you pause it for 10 seconds?
New era. Hold on. New era.
Well, hold
Jack
on, Connor.
responded to all of us.
You tell me when you're at 247. My stream is paused. Now, can you unpause?
Yeah.
What are you on right now?
51, 52, 53, 54, 55.
Okay, we're on the same time.
Sick. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gogo
Robovois,
Karaskia
yeah,
is the
he says he
GOAT.
just wants both teams to have fun tonight.
I prefer the intercontinental friendlies. Yeah. Those will be coming very soon, so you will not have to wait much longer. Don't worry. What the hell was that? Foul on Santi Jimenez, I think.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm still stuck on that because I have a bad taste in my mouth after the US Canada game and hearing that people don't care about it, in that way. I feel like tournaments are kind of like when they released greenbacks in the United States, paper currency. You got to buy into them, you know? If
Correct.
nobody's putting value inside of them, then nobody's going to care, right? If Christian Pulisic finds out that everybody in Ohio gives a damn about the Nations League now, he's going to show up and he's going to ball out twice as hard. Although, in regards to the U.S. men's national team, I don't think he was one of the guys that, was nonchalant out there. Probably to the detriment some points.
Maybe not nonchalant, but he was pretty bad. He didn't really
he
do
was
anything.
bad, but you can't watch that game and tell me he didn't give a damn.
I don't think he cared enough. I can say that confidently. I don't think he cared enough. I don't think as a team that they did.
You think the guy that waved off Gio and didn't want to come off the pitch didn't care enough?
Didn't look like it when he was playing. I mean, maybe he just didn't want to get subbed because it's embarrassing. But I mean, look, he probably cared. How much did he care? Only Christian Pulisic knows. But dude, let your play do the talking. That's my whole response to it. The thing is, these three teams
conflating performance and desire, because that could have easily been a game plan. But I also understand what you're saying there. Oh my God!
Oh, Waterman in the box. Oh, it's a great block. Oh my gosh, Blackman with the ball back in. It's a kind of scary. Waterman almost gets there again. It's going to fall to Coco. The edge of the box. It's a save from Malagon. Oh my God. Oh, CONCACAF is back, baby. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Dude,
well done by the Mexicans to keep their shape. I mean, Carrasquilla did not have any other option than to shoot right down the middle in between all of your players. I mean, they basically had a welcoming committee there, ushering the ball right down to the keeper.
No, he did well there. Man, if Coco would have scored in this final, jeez, man. He doesn't score very often. I think he's got like 4 goals for Panama all time. That's just not his game. It's a great shot, though. Good save from Malagon. Waterman's physicality is going to be interesting to see versus the Mexican center backs. It makes sense. Fajardo, their other option, he's much more of like a speed demon type guy. So I guess Christensen was like, nah, we're not going to go with the small, fast guy. We're going to go with the bigger body. And the guy who just won us the semifinal, which I think is the right way to manage a national team. You don't really see meritocracies. Oh my God. Is that Raul Jimenez again?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. This is not even funny anymore. This man, ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing one of the greatest stretches of form for a Mexican nine that we've seen in quite a while. Unbelievable. I mean, he's becoming Thanos. He's becoming inevitable. He cannot be stopped. It's just incredible, man.
How many goals does he have?
He's got 5 in his last 4 games for Mexico.
Wow.
How many goals did Raul Jimenez have against Honduras in our 4-0? Chat, how many goals did Raul Jimenez have in that? Somebody help me out here. Dude, Connor, look at this man and tell me he ain't got aura. We were talking about this last time. Tell me he doesn't have aura with the medium long hair now. You still don't see it? All right, chat saying he got 1 goal against Honduras. So I guess he's got a brace, US, brace Canada, goal here, goal Honduras. So he's got 6 goals in his last 5?
Oh my God. Did you hear the announcer? He just said Hadouken.
I
That's
wonder if
kinda
we're listening to
beautiful.
the same announcers. Oh my gosh.
Probably not. Oh, yeah. You're on YouTube, huh?
Mhm. So I just have the
Yeah, I don't
CONCACAF announcers. I'm not sure.
I'm not totally sold on the aura claims, but his performance is fantastic.
That's wild, bro.
And
That's wild.
everybody in the chat, including you, are probably gonna go in and say that I don't like Raul Jimenez or something like that.
No, we're not
You can
saying
look
that.
back. I think the entire time that we've done this channel, I've liked Raul Jimenez.
I just think that your aura detector needs to go back to the shop. That's all. I don't think you hate Raul. I think
Maybe
you
I
should
just don't
recalibrate.
respect this aura right here. That's all right.
That's what I'm saying. I just think a little recalibration. The compass is off a little bit. Just take it back to the shop and flick it a few times, and I'm sure you'll see what everybody else is seeing. You'll see the light, so to speak.
Everybody else? You mean you and the 274 other sycophants that you have in this chat?
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's got aura, bro. There are a few players. I don't think we came up with anybody else in CONCACAF who has more aura than Raul Jimenez. I think we failed to
It
agree
might
on
be
somebody last time.
Jonathan David. He had a
Dude,
little.
he's my guy. I don't think he's got the aura like that. I'll be honest. Not the biggest guy. Not really any distinctive haircut whatsoever.
It's not size, it's the way in which he carries himself. The dude doesn't smile. He just shows up, takes care of business, and then leaves. I'll tell you what.
Great move in the box. Oh, Coco cuts it out
Coco
really well
Carrasquilla is
here.
playing CB as well. Raul Jimenez has the aura that Kaká has. You know, it's like friendly. I don't see Thanos. I see.
Okay. I think it's more like
I
David Villa aura. I also agree it's not Thanos aura, but it's like you know what? It's like Forlan aura to me. A little bit of that just like long-haired Latin strapping lad aura. And it's a dying breed. We don't really see that anymore. What a ball by Carrasquilla. Blackman, good ball to Waterman. Really good job from Luis Romo there to sniff it out. Edson's on it. Godoy plays it wide. Gutierrez on the ball for Panama. I will say, chat, who has more aura than Raul Jimenez and CONCACAF? Please let me know. Jonathan David has no aura. Jonathan David has more aura. The fact those comments are right next to each other is hilarious.
It is hilarious. I also
Um,
never thought that I would hear that comment in a Mexico stream.
that Jonathan David has no aura or
That
does have aura.
Jonathan David does have aura.
Yeah. I think your Bombito nomination was the most accurate for Canada. I think Bombito has the most aura, or maybe, yeah. I think
I
he's the
feel
one
like
for
we
me.
also define aura as different things, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't need like you said the haircut. I don't think Jonathan David's aura comes from the haircut, you know? It comes from the fact that nobody talks about what he's doing in France still. You know, we're like just seeing that this year, maybe a little bit at the end of last year. And he just shows up and takes care of business and then goes home. He's a surgeon, he's clinical.
Interesting. I just don't think
You
he's
know,
distinctive enough. I don't think he's memorable enough, or like I don't think he's got this gravitational pull to him.
see, but if you look at it, he does. You know, when you focus on it, you're like, he's the guy.
He's the guy for sure, but I think it's like a Pulisic situation where he's the guy, but I don't think Pulisic has aura really. I
Maybe
would
when he
say
gets to be a little older, but no. His voice
I
ain't
would
deep
argue
enough, you know?
Tyler Adams has more aura than Christian Pulisic.
Until he started getting injured.
Yeah. I do want to point out that I didn't have time to do a finals prediction video for this, just way too busy. But I was going to mention in the preview that Mexico, if I'm going back to the last like 4 games we played against Panama, chat help me out here, but I'm pretty sure we've scored a corner kick or a set piece goal, like a header style goal in 3 of the last 4 games against them. And that's not that surprising because this back line from Panama is actually not very good in the air, which is why I was surprised in the semifinal game that the United States had 0 success crossing the ball at all, because usually that's kind of, oh, Raul, great
Yep.
ball down. Santi just he tries to do the chop block. Farinia does not fall for it. But yeah, Panama can't really defend aerially. And I think that's why when they come up against the best teams in CONCACAF, they usually fall a little short because they usually concede a header or something. And then it's like, well, now they're a goal down and now they got to open up. And, you know, sometimes they're still able to play very well in those circumstances. But yeah, it's definitely a weakness of this team. And I don't know if that comes down to physicality, because it's not like Panama's a small team. I mean, Jose Cordoba is bigger, at least muscular wise, than any Mexican we have. It's not even close. Farina's tall as hell. Mosquera's a pretty big goalkeeper. So I don't know if it's just man marking or what it is, but they seem to not be that great. Good tackle by Israel Reyes
Yeah,
outside.
that was beautiful from Reyes. Wow. Somebody's saying
US
that
should get.
Jedi has the most aura on the U.S. men's national team.
Oh,
So
that's a
sorry
good
to bring
nominee.
that back, but that's a good shout.
That's a good shout. That's a really good shout.
Chiquete is
It's just
saying that
hard.
feel Rafa's aura on the sideline. Big dog, I think that might just be the Coronas.
Rafa does look. I mean, he looks more and more like Narco as every day goes by.
No, yeah, that's not to say that this man does not have aura.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Rafa, that's one. That is one of one right there.
Yeah, well, I think long-haired Rafa is definitely top 3 auras Mexico's ever produced, without a doubt.
Dude, might be that's like generational aura as
It's
well.
generational. It might be
That's
number
like
1, actually.
Maradona with the Jerry curl aura. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when that
It's
is
either
perfect.
him or it's like 2014 Memo Ochoa, I think, had extreme aura. I think those are Mexico's best auras ever. Current Raul, I would put as a top 5 aura that I've ever seen for Mexico. Somebody's asking in the chat.
David
Chiquete
12,
is
you
also
literally
saying
got Jonathan David's name in your user. I don't know.
Santi looks
I
poor
don't
with the
know
ball.
who's
He
blazing more.
oh, ball comes in. Oh my gosh, another save from Malagon. And Waterman gives him little tap on the ass cheek, and Malagon goes down. Hey Connor, remember when I told people Coco Carrasquilla was good and the US fan base came for me and said he was trash?
Yeah. Was it just the US fan base?
No, there were definitely people in the Mexican camp who were like, this guy sucks, when he would 100% start for us, and it's not a question.
I think he's just slept on. Marcos is saying skinhead Chicharito. That's a good shout.
I don't know. I don't know if Chicha had aura like that. Maybe a little bit, but
you don't
I
think
don't
Chicha
know.
ever had aura?
Not
Dude, standing
really.
on the sideline for the national anthem? I thought so.
I don't know. I wouldn't be worried playing against skinhead Chicharito. I'd just be like, all right, just a bald guy, you know, with a kind of a baby face.
Till he puts 2 past you.
Yeah,
How often did he do that, though?
Those days are long gone. That's ancient history at this point.
So is Rafa's.
Yeah, but Rafa is arguably the greatest Mexican that ever played. Oh, good interception by Edson. Oh, Edson, play the ball, baby. Come on.
Nice,
Yeah,
Chino.
Edson.
Nice, composed.
Just
That's my boy right there.
Lift your damn head up. Look up. Man.
Dude, they're hitting him with the oles right now.
Are they? I don't have my volume high up enough. I can't hear it.
It's beautiful. Little miscommunication.
Brian Ruiz, Costa Rica had aura. That's true. He did have aura.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
set him free.
I mean, it's a good idea. It's not
Chino.
Chino, shoot! Oh,
lindo.
That was
lindo.
That Harvey guy that I was talking about earlier, who I'm not super familiar with Panama. Yeah, number 16. It's not the greatest. I mean, your clearance doesn't even go outside your own box, homie. Like, you got to do a little better than that. Man, good recovery after that. Yeah. I think Panama's response to the goal has actually been pretty good, though.
Yeah. They seem, I don't know about unfazed. I feel like they're a little more composed right now, taking things a little bit slower, but they're not stopping. You can see Carrasquilla in there giving directions.
Y'all stay disrespecting El Principito Andres Guardado. Yeah, Guardado did have aura, especially with the longer hair as well. That's another good shout.
With the aura. Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny that. Would you say Carrasquilla is Panama's best player? I think he's their most important player. If you want to say Amir Murillo is their best player from a sheer level, then maybe. But I think him and Coco are honestly quite similar. I think Coco could play in France. I think Murillo is a very, very good right back who's never gotten his flowers because he's Panamanian. But that's Panama's top 2. And honestly, Christian Martinez has kind of crept into that third most valuable spot for them. I think he plays club football in Israel or something, or like, I mean, it's an obscure league, y'all. It might be Belarus. The point is, it ain't even like a top 30 league in the world, and that really shocks me because I find Christian Martinez to be a very technical midfielder. and a bit of a pit bull as well. But I don't know. It's the downside of having a Panamanian passport versus, Colombian or something. If I came home from a 12-hour shift and saw Raul in bed with my girl, I really wouldn't be mad.
He said he gonna get him a glass of water.
What the? Hey, I mean that's a different level of fandom and respect right there. Found him in. Oh, dude, if I found Raul Jimenez in my bed, I'd have to beat his ass, but I'd feel maybe a little bit guilty doing it, but probably not. Damn, we got everybody in the chat saying they weren't mad. I would
Is-
just watch.
Is Raul Jimenez the Mexican LeBron? Is that what they're saying?
He is right now. Oh, Luis Romo, Luis Romo, Luis Romo. Pass the ball, son. Oh, that's a great slide by Edson. Oh, but Panama winning back. Oh,
Yeah. No.
oh,
Yeah, well kept out.
yep. Good job by Johan. Yeah, Panama playing well, as they always do. I don't know. Some people are going to keep acting like this is a surprise, but they're a good national team. Luis Romo and Saint Aura. I mean, you want to talk about a guy with like no distinct features, man. Like Luis Romo's like a Sims auto gen character, like, for real. Man, Coco's getting a lot of touches to start the game. This versus like what some of the Canadian midfielders were allowed to have versus Mexico. The space just was not there. I actually thought, I haven't spoken about this much, I thought Ismael Kone was pretty mid in both games. He looks like a guy who hasn't been playing that much. A little slow, didn't really impact stuff. Not very good against Mexico. Not like pure stinkers, but it was definitely a forgettable international break. Same with Weston McKinney, man. I forgot that guy was playing.
Yeah, he's pretty quiet.
Yeah, Gallardo with a good block there. Thoughts on UEFA Nations League? I watched a little bit of Spain Netherlands leg 1. Oh! Santi with a good little. I mean, he makes a chance out of nothing. Really, he's got 3 Panamanians on him. Puts the shot
Hanging
wide, but
off
that's
of
what
him.
you want to see. Hanging on to him like some dirty clothes. Oh.
Oof.
Oh, it's not too far. I wonder why he went.
It's not too
far
far. It's an
corner.
ugly look. He's covered on his strong side. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
No. Don't hit him with the come on, bro. Don't hit him with the come on, bro. Give
Yeah, that's
give
a
him
tough
some
chance.
grace. It's a tough chance,
That's
and the men's
not
are
a.
all for getting there.
That's not a layup shot right there. Oh, oh, Santi, good chest control. Out wide, baby.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
Epa, cuidado.
That's a foul.
Cuidado.
That's a bad man. If you're Panama, you don't want to be giving up free kicks there. Luis Rodriguez, which with a questionable. I mean, it's just unnecessary. I'm pretty sure last time we played Panama, we scored from an exact free kick in this spot.
God willing. Quetzalcoatl willing.
Thank you. Somebody with a positive comment about Santi Menace in the chat. Santi worked for that. Props. Thank God. There's a shred of positivity left in this world.
He has one effort play, and we see 6 positive comments in the chat.
Him and Jose Cordoba are having some choice words for each other in the box. I miss when Cordoba had his blonde hair. I could tell who he was way easier back then. Ball comes in. It's not very good.
Chino? No.
Nope, nothing there at all.
Oy!
Ambitious from Luis Romo, to say the least.
Hey, listen. He's a superhero. If the goalkeeper doesn't have a good look on it, bounces off of somebody.
God, that would be a conversation I wouldn't like to have.
We need an animated Connor. The life has been beaten out of me today. All right. I don't have many positives.
Oh. Good ball to Sa. Well, the touch was heavy. It wasn't easy. It's a good ball in.
Yeah. Everybody's talking smack about the haircut in the chat. I think I'm going to go for the Jimenez.
Talking smack about Raul Jimenez's haircut?
No, my haircut.
I mean, you're gonna have to grow that out for like 4 months if you want the Raul Jimenez.
No.
Like, you're
Other
not.
Jimenez. Other Jimenez. Other Jimenez.
Oh, okay. I was like, you are not close to Raul's hair length at all. I'm telling you, dude. Iker Muniain haircut. That's the best one.
Have you seen him
Isn't
lately?
Santi? No, I haven't since he went to Argentina. No. Did he cut his hair again? I mean, he's like 30, 33 now, 34.
32.
Whoa, it's younger than I thought. I was surprised
Yeah.
when he left. I thought he was still pretty good.
Some people want to play in Argentina.
Yeah. Well, it means it's a great country.
Mueller was
Although
just
leaving.
talking about how much he likes the footballing culture there.
It's just leaving like Spain and San Sebastian or
Yeah.
Bilbao. I mean,
Isn't he part Argentine?
You know, all Spanish are part Argentine. All Argentines are part Spanish. I'm sure he is.
Spanish or Italian somehow.
Somehow you got the Irish in there, and
Yeah.
you know,
Not a single German in sight, though.
Great ball
Except for
across.
that one Goliath that plays with querido.
Go away
That
with a
one
complete lack of quality.
rugby team.
Panama playing some very pretty football, prettier than what Canada had. It's a good looking ball to the far post. Israel Reyes does a good job. I'm not sure what Christian Martinez is asking for. If he's asking for a penalty or if he's asking for a corner kick, but either way, it's well defended. Another good piece of play from Panama here. This is not as comfortable as Mexico would like. dating advice, we can give that at halftime.
Focus on yourself, G.
Good ball. Good ball from Coco. Good ball from Coco. I'm not sure. Bodies are just flying everywhere. Jose Cordova is trying to fight Santi Jimenez. He better
Panama
keep it
scrambling
cool
to get
there.
back. Chicharito.
Chino keeps it in.
Pelotudo. Chino
Chicharito.
in. Oofa.
Oh!
Slide. Is that a red? Is he gonna? No, yellow.
No way. That's a red. See, the worst part about this for Panama is he's just been so important in this game so far. It's not a very forceful tackle, but Chino's gone if he's not brought down. So yellow card is fair. Yellow card is fair. Good run from Chino. Number 7 for Panama playing well. Is that Cesar Blackman, I think? Blackman's a beast, dude. He's a great player. That's a Champions League footballer right there for Bratislava, I think he plays for. Now, they were the worst team in the Champions League, but still.
Hey, worst of the best is better than best of the worst.
To be fair, Mexico was at an all-time low, so it's easier to go back to normal form.
Okay, saying that this is a bit more of a correction.
Sure.
I think my issue with that is that. Okay, Mosquera brings it down. My issue with that would be to say that it was starting to look like that was the form.
That was
it was not a short amount of time. Yeah. So
no.
I think worst case, nightmare scenario for Mexico is that this is a good run of form and not the new normal.
Right. I would say I would agree more with the sentiment if ball comes over top. Fariña gets theirs. It's going to fall to Santi. Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Beautiful
the last second
clearance. Mexico there.
Yeah, Santi did really well there again. He was getting bodied in the box, but it's a great duel. I would agree more with that sentiment if, to your point, Connor, if we were down for a year or something. Like Colombia when they had Carlos Queiroz and they were the worst team in South America. Then they sack him, bring in Lorenzo, and then they actually start looking good again. Then I think you would be like, oh, well, they were down, so it's easy to come back. In the case of Mexico, we're talking about 5 years of underperformance and toxicity. And we know as sports fans, especially American sports fans, it's really hard to change culture. So I think it's not as easy as that person, as Justin would suggest in the chat. This is also a temporary return. I think we need to see more than 3 good games before we say Mexico's back to normal.
Beautiful drag back by Raul there.
Good ball.
Yeah.
It looked good. Just not enough guys in the box.
Yeah.
Ernie says it should be 3-0 right now. You agree with that, Connor?
No.
Yeah, I don't know the 3-0 game.
Ernie, you my guy, but hold on.
Yeah, that's we're talking about 0.2 XG on these shots. I don't know about 3-0.
Bro,
I think Panama's doing very well.
I forgot about my boy Tingus Pingus, bro.
Easy now.
Tingus, how you feel about the Knicks right now?
Yeah, Alan saying settle down. He's saying settle down today. Yeah, 3-0. I think 1-0 is completely fair scoreline for how the game has gone. I think the Panama play style looks a bit more effective and prettier than Mexico, but the Mexican chances feel like they're hitting harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Dude, I think that's just a testament to the quality of both of the back lines. Not to say that Panama has a bad back line, but you can see that there have been moments where they're scrambling on
Mhm.
transitions, whereas the Mexican back line is in shape. I mean, look at this right here. Look at this. They went from 4 guys in the box to 8 in a matter of what,
Yeah.
2 seconds there.
Oh, Blackman. Yeah.
It's
Oh, that's
tremendous.
Rodriguez. My bad. That's Rodriguez.
They're in shape before the play happens, during the play, and afterwards. These guys are drilled.
Who do you think is playing better? I think we kind of just answered that. I think Panama's possession is certainly looks better and looks more dangerous than what Canada had. But if you look at the opportunities Mexico are getting, maybe Chino's about to have another one right here. It looks like we're punching harder. It's like Smash Bros, right? It's like, Panama's just hitting the A button, just doing the like little hits that do like 2%, 1% damage. And in Mexico, we got that King DDD hammer, and we're doing the hard, the hit stick to the right, where he just, boom, that thing. That's what it kind of looks like right now. We're getting like little jabs from Panama, and then Mexico just got that thing on us, and then we're just boom. We're just one hit. It just takes one hit, and your ass is flying off the screen.
Yeah,
That's
you
kind of
get
how I
one
see it right now.
side B in, and you
You
get
get one
launched.
side B. Yeah. We're talking that Ganondorf when he charges that punch up. It's gonna be bad. Panama need to avoid those at all costs.
Damn, they want to know who our mains in Smash are.
That's a great question. Star Fox for me. For a long
I think the
time.
most recent one, yeah, it's been a long time. I think the most recent one, I was playing a lot of Ganondorf. I really like sword characters, so y'all can flame
You
me if you
do.
want, but
You do.
it's sick. They're sick.
Oh, what a save by Malagon. God, that was a great ball from Rodriguez in.
Wow.
Wow. This is a great first half.
Yeah, this is pretty solid.
Connor, you see how good CONCACAF can be when teams care? It's crazy.
Yep. Yep.
It's crazy. If only all the teams in the region cared.
Do you think that this game would be better or even the same quality if US or Canada had made it here?
I think in terms of CONCACAF football, we're probably seeing about dude, are you seeing this right now? Are you
Yeah.
seeing this? Rodriguez in the box. What a save by Malagon. And what a run from Rodriguez. He is absolutely possessed in the first
Hungry.
half. I mean, he's
Wow.
dancing on the Mexicans here.
Dancing on.
I
I
mean, he just cuts Luis Romo, gets by Edson Alvarez. It's not the best place shot, but it's a good save from Malagon. He is cooking right now. Oh my goodness. He scored a golazo against Costa Rica in the quarterfinals.
looking
Dude,
for
this
another.
man, put some respect on these guys, man.
Yep.
The haters will say Ochoa would not have saved that.
Oh!
Oh my gosh. Israel Reyes just gets a little heel to it. Yeah, it looks like a Panamanian player's on the ground holding his face. I'm going to be more than shocked if VAR awards anything. I feel like beating Mexico in CONCACAF is like eliminating the New York Knicks in a game 7 of the playoffs if you're the Detroit Pistons. You know what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the league probably wants the Knicks in the next round. So there's going to be, Jalen Brunson, he's going to get a few extra free throws.
Yes. Yep.
He's going to get a couple extra calls. Cade, he's going to get hit with a couple more reach-in fouls than he's used to.
Yeah.
There might be a tech for not saying much. That is unfortunately kind of how the cookie crumbles in CONCACAF.
It's how the cookie crumbles. Yeah. Nobody's slandering the Knicks. Nobody's slandering the Knicks. All right. We're all excited that the big cat's doing something now.
Yeah. Ain't no Nick slander. Tingus Pingus, ain't no Nick slander. I'm just saying.
We want to talk about
Have
net
we
slander. Oh Lord.
have we seen the foul yet, or what is even being reviewed?
I don't know, but
You know,
Godoy, what a leader here. Telling his guys to get the hell out of the way. He said nobody's getting another yellow here.
We've been waiting for like a minute and a half to review this foul, and the screens have yet to show the replay.
He's going
to go look at the monitor. Can
now.
you show it on the TV?
No, dude, they don't want to show it on
us
the TV.
The foul.
Nah, they doctoring it up right now. Hold on.
Oh, it was AI generated. Oh, they're looking at the studs on the ankle? Okay, is this a pen? Oh, I mean the follow through is there.
If he kicks him like that, no contact on the ball?
I don't think there's contact on the ball.
Yeah, I don't think there is either. They're saying it's a clear penalty on my stream.
This reminds me of the Cornelius foul in the first game where Edson gets him, but the ball's gone, so the ref doesn't award it.
Wow.
It's a penalty for Panama.
Fue penal.
Wow.
Ernie's saying never a pen. Wow.
I think that's a pen, and I think we benefited from a probable penalty against Canada, so I think this is fair. I'm not going to complain about it. I know Canadians were very upset that penalty on Cornelius was not called. I think both of these are almost the same pen, dude. I'm watching the replay. It's a Mexican player kicking out. The ball has already been shot, so the ball's like not even in the frame. But you're connecting with the opposition player's leg in both situations. So either both of them are penalties, and Cornelius should have had one, or neither's a penalty because the ball's gone and play on. How they're splitting it 1-1 here, I would be more upset now if I was Canadian seeing this. I'd be like, well, we should have gotten that. Where's the consistency? I don't get it. We got Trudeau in the chat. He says, such BS, Canada never gets the call. I would be mad too. I would be a little upset too. Coco Carrasquilla steps up. This is very conflicting for me. Yeah. I said it, man. I want Panama to win the Nations League just after Mexico wins the Nations League. Give us this year, and next year, bro, Panama. Y'all go and take it. But I'm sorry, bro. I got a wish for you to miss. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Coco. You're my guy.
Here for a game, baby. I'm here for a game.
You're my. I feel like I'm. Oh no, I'm stabbing my cousin in the back. Oh, it's a good pen. It's a good pen. How important is this man to the national team, dude? It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. He gets the game-winning penalty.
This team goes down a full letter grade without him.
A full letter grade. I mean, the last time they played a competitive match without him was Colombia at the Copa, and they lost 5-1. I don't think that's a coincidence. Carrasquilla, what a baller, man. Sebastian says deserved. Yeah. And I kind of think so. I think Connor is frozen. Am I the only one that's frozen? 5-0. There we go. It's a pen chill. What do you mean? Chill about what? What are we chilling for? Oh yeah, I think Connor's gone here. It's gonna be just me for a sec, y'all. They got smashed. Oops, they got smashed by Chile without him recently too. That was a complete B squad for both teams. There's absolutely nothing to take away from that match. Bro, this is why some people, not you, bro, but some of the other people online, they're like, how did US lose to a team that Chile scored 6 against? I'm like, y'all, holy shit. Did you spend 3 seconds opening up the box score? Like none of the Panamanian starters were there except for like Farinha and maybe a few others. Chile barely had anybody. It's just like it's a nothing burger. That's just Connor's poker face. Why would the Chino foul be a red? Are you talking about the Coco Carrasquillo? Why would that be a red? Kieran, why on earth would that be a red? It wasn't violent. He wasn't last man. Why would it be a red? Is Panama the third highest ranked team in CONCACAF? Oh my gosh, what is Johan Vasquez? I think. No, that's Israel Reyes. Just kind of slams the ball backwards against Malagon. Your computer die?
You know it.
It hasn't happened in a while, to be fair.
Yeah.
We got Nabuto in the chat. He's always preying on my downfall and the downfall of any team that I'm supporting. Chino. Oh, it's a good tackle by Harvey. That's a good tackle. Oh, he telling Chino, get up. He's saying, get up, little boy. Little Belgium boy.
Dang.
Oh, that's a great tackle. Yeah. I'm convinced some of y'all just in here to see me down. I know Connor's in here to see me down. Connor wants a 4-1 Panama victory tonight.
You tell me right now that wouldn't be historic.
That would be it's
No, I can honestly say I did not come here to watch Mexico lose tonight.
Ball comes in. Mexico. Ooh, Montez almost gets there. Shot comes in from Raul. They're going to ask for a handball. But there weren't really any arguments at all. It comes off Blackman, but the ref's like, hey, bro, just take the corner. Or maybe they're asking for a foul on Montez, but that didn't look like a push either. No, I am empujón.
Waco's saying that's a soft
ball. What? The penalty?
Yeah, the actual one.
Wow, what a first half. This has been a great game.
First half.
This has been a great game.
Yeah.
Big chances for both sides. I think a 1-1 scoreline is 100% fair. I think it's fair.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mexicans will be furious about the penalty. I already said my piece. Either it should have been a pen against Canada too, or that one should not have been a pen. I don't agree with CONCACAF splitting the decision there. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I think Mexico's played very well defensively. Panama they're just, I mean, this is the best team they've ever had. And they look like it. They look like a team that thinks they can win this final. They did not show up here to lose, to roll over. They haven't beaten us in, God, when was the last time Panama beat Mexico? It was before Thomas Christensen. He's never beaten Mexico. I think it's the only big boy in CONCACAF that he has no wins against in like a pretty bad goal differential as well. Like we got a couple 3-0 beatdowns against him. But they're showing up. They're showing up. Panama playing better than us, not gonna lie. I would say so. We also scored first, and so we gave them more of the ball. Now that it's 0-0 again, now we're gonna really see the differences. Christensen and Aguirre talking to each other in the tunnel. You like to see that. I like to see that. Is that happening on your screen too, Connor? Or did Paramount just like cut away the commercial?
I'm getting a ton of commercials right now. What were they chopping it up, or were they jawing at each other?
Yeah, they were chopping it up.
Oh, okay.
They patted each other on the.
I like it when coaches do that. I don't want the players to do that. Can't stand it.
Yeah. Oh, if Carrasquilla and Raul would have just smacked each other in the ass right now, I'd have been upset.
I'd have been pissed.
I would have been pretty upset. Second half prediction. I kind of think this is heading extra time. I'll be honest with you. Panama look really, really scary. This is really tough to call right here. In fact, I'm not even comfortable making a prediction here. You put a gun to my head, I think Mexico wins it in extra time. But Panama, I mean, they look really good. And the reason I say that is I just do not think Panama has the depth of Mexico. I think they would eventually tire after a pretty defensive performance against the U.S. 3 days ago. It's crazy. Dude, the semifinal just happened. Like, it just happened, and we're back again. I think they would just break down.
The turnaround, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got the Asian teams, and I guess a lot of the CONMEBOL teams as well. You play Thursday, so same day as the semifinal for the Nations League, but they don't play again until Tuesday. They get 2 extra days of recovery. Why? Does somebody know why the Nations League isn't doing that? Why is this not happening on a Monday? It's got to be for ticket sales, right?
Do you think it's probably a combination of ticket sales and what league games? They want to get them back?
Sorry, say that again.
It's probably a combination of ticket sales and league games, because I know a lot of the MLS is still going.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
They want to get them back in camp as soon as possible. Do you think that has anything to do with it?
I would assume it's entirely money driven. And you got to think it's like the NFL, right? Like, yes, Monday Night Football is a thing, but you want all the games on Sunday because everybody's got Sunday off type thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be my main guess. If somebody has a better explanation or an answer, please let me know in the chat if CONCACAF has ever come out and said why, because I just don't see a point in compressing it like that.
I like this one right here. It might be this simple. Final during a weekday? Not very CONCACAF.
Sure, and that would come down to money.
Yeah.
It would come down to money. BC said Panama hasn't gotten good. Mexico and the U.S. have gotten worse. I would strongly disagree with this. Panama have gotten good. Mexico and the U.S. have also gotten worse. But this isn't a one-way thing. Like, Panama are good. Really, really good. I think this is the best team they've ever had. In Mexico, sure, Mexico have gotten worse, but I think like Panama's relative strength level has damn near doubled since like 2014. These guys were like basically like an irrelevant national team almost. And now look at them making multiple finals in 2 years. It's ridiculous. So I think that's a bit dismissive towards Panama. Jack, thoughts on the penalty? Felt like Mexico got done dirty there. I already kind of said my thoughts on it. I think you got to call the pen against Canada, or you don't call this one. You cannot split the decision. I think it's, yeah. Marco says, soft-ass pen for Panama. Dead ball TV featuring give and go win. Look, y'all go and spam those motherfuckers and tell them to do virtual collabs, right? Because they want to do everything in person. The problem is Connor lives in New York and I live in South America, and they live in Texas. So there's a lot of distance here, right? Like, it's just hard to make the logistics work. But if they want to turn on the webcam, those guys are welcome to come on Dead Ball TV. We would love to talk about CONCACAF and Combo Bowl with them. So y'all go send them a DM. Tell them to get on Dead Ball TV. In fact, I'm gonna text Reynoso tonight. I'm gonna say it's
Why
time.
don't you just find out when he's coming up to New York? Get up here.
You saying to meet up in NYC?
Yeah.
Live
It's
show from Times Square?
away game for both sides.
Oh, neutral ground.
Neutral ground.
I mean, it's home field for you.
Ooh, I don't know. Home field.
Oh, I see what this is. No, this is like when Mexico plays the game in the United States and it's neutral ground. But it's Los Angeles. So it ain't neutral ground. Yeah, we did do a video before, long time ago. I rewatched it like a month ago. It's actually we were pretty spot on with a lot of our predictions in there too. It's kind of crazy. Good
that
games.
was a fun episode too.
That was one of my favorite EPs we ever did. Good game so far. Panama look good when not parking the bus. They're a very good attacking side. That's why I like them. All right, can we talk about dating advice now? All right, y'all ask a specific question about dating, and we'll give you some Riz tips. Chris says, "Can't believe the corruption in Panama getting all the calls."
Listen, bro. There's a certain Jamaica-Mexico game that I remember from a long time ago.
Oh. No,
Let me tell you who was not getting the calls then. Wait, one Jamaica.
I think that was Costa Rica. When you and I were in Maine.
That was Costa Rica?
That was the quarterfinals of the 2015 Gold Cup. It's the most bought game I've ever seen. Yeah, we played Jamaica in the finals that year because they knocked the United States out in the semis, which we were also watching. I will never forget that. But yeah, and so we got basically Mexico cheated their way through Costa Rica and Panama to make the final. It was the dumbest Gold Cup ever. Fanodrich? Yeah, Connor, send that to me. I'll check those guys out.
Got you, yeah.
Womp Womp Gold Cup. Yeah. Well, somebody said Womp Womp Gold Cup 2015. I don't know if you're Panamanian or if you just read my mind, but I'm behind on the chat, so I'm trying to speed up here. Jack looks like he's back in high school with a new cut. But y'all were calling me Unk too much. Y'all thought I was 36 on the last stream, so I had to change it up. Now I look too young. You can't win with these people, Connor.
No, you can't.
If you see a comment, throw it on. I'm trying to read these. 2013, last time Panama beat Mexico. Damn, that's crazy.
Somebody just asked what my thoughts are on Jimenez game today. I'll give my thoughts on both of the Jimenez. Raul, if there was ever a case for me to concede to the Aura argument, it's this and his performance. I mean, the dude is irrefutable. You cannot argue against him. In that respect, he's Thanos. And in regards to my ex-Argentine, dude's always been an effort guy. He has always had effort. He will never be short on that. And I'll tell you what, the key to some of these guys is taking a little bit of pressure off of them. Some guys can't handle the full press. It's like, throwing the double team on in the NBA. James Harden can't handle it in the playoffs. It just is what it is, right? So I'm not surprised that all of a sudden Santi's having a way better game. Well, yeah, because everybody's worried about Raul. If it's working, don't stop it.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
I agree. I think he takes the pressure off for sure. 100%. How does this compare to other Nations League finals so far? Really good question. I would say the best ever Nations League final was the very first one when the United States beat Mexico 3-2 in extra time. And Pulisic did the shirt off shush. Probably one of the most iconic photos in U.S. national team history.
Closest thing he's ever gotten to Aura right there.
Yeah. Late penalty save. Andres Guardado missing. I think that's the best finals yet. The ones against The Canada US one was a solid game. This one is a bit more exciting though, if I remember. I don't remember a ton of chances there. You want to take this one, Connor, real quick? What are our mains in Age of Empires?
Oh, I'll hit you with this. Which Age of Empires?
Excellent question.
That's a tough one. I just
That
played I played the new one a while back. It was on Game Pass, and I'm gonna level with you. I like France. The cavalry is dope, but if I got it, I mean China. China's got rockets.
See,
Dope.
that's why I go Ottomans in Age of Empires 3. Because the Janissaries are just sick. But you get the
For the
Grand
gunpowder.
Bombard. Oh my god.
It's done. It's done.
I like Spain as a challenge because they got a lot of melee guys. So I try to do like no gunpowder run, like only go spear and sword and see if I can still win. It's pretty fun. But yeah, great question. Out of pocket, what are your thoughts on Will Smith pre-show? I'll be honest, I didn't know why he was out there. I don't get it at all. I think that man took a surprisingly little amount of smoke for committing a crime on national television, but that's just me. I don't think a lot of guys survived that, but Will Smith did. What did Mexico do to blow the final? Yamil's Panamanian. He says the disrespect to Panama will never stop, even if we win this game. Unfortunately, you're kind of right. There will be a section that will always downplay it. But those are called plastics, and we should try to not take them too seriously. I myself fall prey to that when I see like just a dumbass comment or a dumbass tweet. And I'm like, do I eviscerate this guy? And then I'm like, the poor bastard doesn't even know, right? He doesn't know.
Yeah.
He's a chicken in the hen house, and he doesn't know a chicken in the slaughterhouse, and he doesn't know what's coming. Just
There are levels to this. There are levels to this.
Yeah.
It's I feel it a lot of the time when have you ever met somebody? I'm sure you don't get that now in Argentina, but like back when you were in the States, whenever somebody introduces you to their friends, like friend of a friend, they're like, "Oh yeah, Jack or Connor got a YouTube channel. Loves soccer. My boy loves soccer too. Let's go talk to him." And then you go and you meet them and they're like, yeah, Real Madrid's just favorite team. When was the last game you watched? I watched the Clásico. Vinny's the best player in Europe. And you're just like, what do you think about Benzema? And they're like, who? I get that sometimes. And I'm like,
hasn't been the same since he retired. It's like he's not retired.
He's not. Yeah. That's when I'm like, there are levels to this, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's talk about Liverpool, Man City for 15 minutes, and then forget that we ever had this conversation. Like, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's a very interesting segue because I've thought this a little bit recently, where I feel like us having a YouTube is almost like further alienated us from being able to connect with normies about the sport. I don't know if you feel that, but even with the Argentines, right? Because I think they're Argentines, they must like live and breathe football. Well, not really. I mean, they live and breathe Argentina, but they don't live and breathe La Liga or the Prem or Serie A, or even like other CONMEBOL teams. So if I try to have like an in-depth conversation about first half is back. So if I try to have an in-depth conversation about Paraguay, they don't really know the Paraguayans.
Yeah. Because they don't care. Dude, it's the same thing that I said when I hopped in here. I said that everybody in this chat was a sycophant. Same thing in Argentina.
Should I ask the girl in my class on a date? Absolutely. But if she says no, you got to take that on the chest. You got to walk away. It's the best thing you can do.
Straight up. Plan something for later in your day that you're excited for. So even if that goes poorly, right? You got something else to do. Your day continues. Keep that motivation. I'll tell you something. especially when you're young and dating. God, I sound like an unk right now. Especially when you're young and you're dating, that is a side accessory. Too many people devote everything into a relationship from the jump. You don't do that. You
Yep.
you got to respect each other's time, you know?
Yep. You got to be okay with the girl saying no. Okay, I don't.
What time are you at? Oh, Lord, he's gone. Oh, there you are. Jack, I cannot hear you.
Oh, am I back?
Yeah, you back.
Okay, my bad. I was spitting so much heat that Google Chrome was like, take him down. Um, what was the
Said
last?
it said doctor's ass.
Take
Uh,
him.
I think the Edson tackle happened and you went off.
Oh,
What time are you at, by the way?
I'm at 7, 8, 9, 10,
Okay.
11,
You're
12.
like 4
What do you
seconds
want?
ahead of me.
4 seconds? Okay, well, let me, here, next dead ball, I will adjust this.
Ooh.
All right, hold up. So I'm gonna step away from the mic to pause my game. So you just tell me when to unpause.
All right.
Hold it down for a sec. Hold it
Hold
down.
on. I'm gonna keep talking. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. I really like Panama on the counter. Yepa. Nice recovery there. 58, 59, 48. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
All right,
6.
We spot on.
Hell yeah. I just wanted to say
So,
shout out to Carrasquilla right there. Whenever old
yeah.
boy goes up and kind of roughs him up after the tackle there, he's about to take it quickly. He waves off the other guy. He said, "We're not getting into foul trouble here." He said, "I'm already on a yellow." Panama unlucky there. Poor touch.
Dating advice to get my wife to like me. I would start with lattes in the morning and see if that helps.
Lattes in the morning, flowers every Friday,
Correct.
and they ain't got to be big
And then,
flowers. You can get the $5 leftover bouquets.
oh, easy.
And the key is if the $5 bouquets are kind of wilty, if you get that little powder that comes with them and you take good care of them and they look good at the end of the week, she's going to be impressed.
Yeah,
You can bring them back to life.
agreed. Make sure the kitchen is clean. You got to chime in and help out with things like that. It's gonna go a long way. Trust me. The
It's
garbage
small
stinks.
things,
Take the garbage out.
small things, small gestures.
Yeah.
The big
Walk the dog
gestures
by
are
yourself.
nice. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, yeah,
Vasquez
yeah,
in the box.
yeah.
Comes in. Oh, Mosqueda's close to him. It's a good start to the second half, though.
This is a good start to the second half. I will note Mexico looks like they're feeling themselves a little bit. Whatever that halftime speech was, they're feeling a little bit more confident now.
Do you guys think that Mexico fans were overlooking Panama? Also, love the channel. Thanks to you. I got an Asian footy. Keep up the great work. Love to hear that, Michael. Asian football is probably my favorite area of the world to cover.
Are you still there?
I think
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
still here.
Oh, not the mic. You got to fix that mic, boy. No, out.
Oh,
Nice run by Raul, though. effort guy. Look, and he's looking for a better ball. He said, I know you're better than that. I know you're capable of more than that. You know what? You know what I think this is? You know what I think this is while Jack is getting his stuff together? Mexico's seeing an uptick here because Raul took the mantle and he said, I'm going to be the leader. You guys need something to unify around, you know? I think the U.S. even took a step up whenever Pulisic started doing well, you know, performing. Not to this extent, by any means. But I think Raul, I mean, right there, he's given Edson notes on passing, you know? He used to be the figurehead, but if Raul can be the guy, Edson's the second, and then God willing, Chino Huerta or Santi starts producing something. I don't know. Chiquete Fútbol Mexico. I don't know much about getting Argentine baddies. I ain't gonna lie to you. You gotta wear
It's a tough
baggy
thing to do.
jeans.
Yes, that's actually true. Tight clothes are the enemy.
They're super
Can you
like
share the screen, Connor? I don't have the Wi-Fi strength to share my screen
oh yeah,
and
yeah.
watch
Fault
the
Mob?
game. Yeah. Yeah, just go to Fault Mall, pull it up. We're already on the broadcast
Yeah.
channel, and then you just got to zoom in a little bit till it fills up the top of the screen, and we're good. Jack got taken out by AFA. Well, I already fled the country, so their overreach or their reach does not extend to the Brazilian borders. Well, that
Yeah,
don't
you
look
do
very
gotta
good.
zoom in. I don't really know how to zoom in on my page. Hold on. Oh Lord.
Maybe zoom out even? Or I guess that yeah, I mean, how come I was able to zoom in? That's weird. Your like foot mob header is frozen. That's why
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
there's got to be a
I
setting.
mean, that's just how it is on my computer. Let me see how I can zoom in on the page.
That's really interesting. I can also try to adjust this for the meantime so that we're not blocking it. You tell me when you're done trying to zoom in, and I'll adjust the layout. Tight clothes are the enemy.
Ay, Dios mío.
Hope you guys are gonna cover Christmas AFCON. Absolutely. Absolutely gonna cover Christmas AFCON. Oh my gosh. No. Oh. Wow. Great save by Mosquera one-on-one with Santi. Holy hell. Israel Reyes with the overlap. It's a great tackle from Farinha. Oh my goodness. Really good opportunity for Mexico again.
How does this
Montes
look?
on
Is
the
this
ball.
absolutely awful?
No. I think that's better. I think that's
All right,
good.
serviceable.
Serviceable. That's people know what the score is and stuff. It's fine. I'm sure most people are also watching the game on their screen.
Yeah.
No more dead ball, just Argent ball with Connor solo streams. Well, that will be tomorrow night for Brazil Argentina, where Connor will be guiding you guys through what is sure to be the worst quality World Cup qualifier of the cycle.
Can't wait.
Are you gonna do Fanatis for that one?
Dude, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna have massive anxiety while I do it.
Dead ball comes in from now. I'm saying dead ball a lot. Chino Huerta, but there's just way too much sauce on it. I don't understand why Chino Huerta, who's probably like our least technical winger, is taking any set piece at all. Oh my gosh. Malagon goes for it. The ref is gonna call Rodriguez for a foul here. I really don't think he fouled Malagon, but Jack, how do I pack an Asian baddie? Interesting.
Get a medical degree.
Yeah, you kind of got to have money, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you broke, it probably not gonna work. You gotta have either a bag, a degree, or in the pursuit of both. If
Yes.
you're in pursuit of both, you can do it. All right. But they're not enticed by fancy cars. They don't care. In fact, they see it as a stupid financial investment and you're a dumbass. So stick with the regular car. Be
Financial
respectful.
pragmatism.
Yeah. They maybe read up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Educate yourself culturally to anything. Korea, China, Japan, Vietnam. Be able to tell her something about our own people. It'll go a long way. I promise. I promise you. Because most people don't. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to take Viet lessons, right? I'm just saying if you could mention more than Hanoi as a city in the country or something, that'd go a long way. Jack, why? Wait, what happened to that? Jack, why do you have such shoddy internet? I'm just at an Airbnb, bro. I'm at the mercy of wherever I happen to be staying. Marco with another super chat. Appreciate you, dude. You're spazzing out tonight. I'll say it. This Nations League. This. Oh wait, I'll say it. This is the Nation League of. Wait, wait. What is it? I'll say it. This Nation League, the bozos of the tournament. Are you trying to say the U.S. are the bozos of this Nations League tournament for their performance? Okay,
Correct.
that got me like 4 times. Appreciate the super chat, man. 100%. U.S. were trash. Absolute trash. Tim Weah was the best player. You're never going to win if
shock.
Yeah. The level of hate I have for Dorival is immeasurable. Oh, Chino on the box. Oh, play top of box. Romo. Edson wants a shot. It's blocked off the ball sack of Cordoba. Deflected ball. It's popping around. Godoy goes for it. Romo with a shot. It's blocked. Fariñas, I think,
passed it out.
leg.
Cycled it around.
Christian Martinez. He's got no Panamanian assistance. And Montes steps it out. You do not, in fact, have to be white to date Asian girls. It might help, but what helps even more is height. It's not really unique to Asian girls, but Asian girls like a tall guy.
They like tall, skinny.
Tall, skinny. Yeah. Oh, great point. They don't want the bodybuilder. And they kind of like the pretty boy stuff. So you're going to have to step up your swag. All right? You're going to have you need a little drop of femininity in your fashion.
Just go K-pop. Go full K-pop. That's it. You got it.
Well, yeah. Oh, Waterman. Good step over Reyes here. Waterman plays it down. Reyes recovers really well. Like, add some color in your outfit. You don't have to go black on black or just black, gray, white every single time. You know, throw a green shirt on, for the love of God.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Ay, Santi, querido. Oh.
Dude, this Harvey guy is hype, man.
Dude, Santi. One step away from that being a beautiful drag back.
Cruz Folero says, "Hey, bro, come to Bolivia. We got hella Latinas that look like Asians. I've never been there once in my life." Dude, Bolivians, I'm not even convinced they're real. You really don't run into them, man. How many Bolivians have you met?
I had one Bolivian cab driver. Dude was pretty chill.
I think there was
I told him
one
the exact
lady.
same thing. I was like, I've never met a Bolivian, and he was like, we don't like it here. In Argentina, Buenos Aires. I was like, all right, okay. He was like, come in the summertime and you'll love it.
To Bolivia, he said visit in the summer.
Yeah. He was like, we don't We don't. It's not marketed because it's insular. You know, they don't want a ton of tourists there.
I would wager Bolivia is probably the least visited. I mean, maybe Venezuela because of Venezuela, but like
What about
pre.
Suriname?
Oh, do we recognize them as a South American country?
I don't think they recognize themselves as a South American country.
I don't think they do.
Aren't they a province?
No, no, it's definitely a country. They're a republic, I'm pretty sure. Thank you, Easton.
Yeah,
This
it's a country. Yeah.
$1.99 will go towards acquiring a new Wi-Fi package. Yeah, it's funny, man. Even in Argentina, I've asked people, "Oh, shot comes in, it's just awful." I'll ask people, I'm like, "So, like, would y'all care if Suriname joined CONMEBOL?" And they're like, "Suriname? What's that?" And I'm like, it's like right next to Colombia. And they're like, "Oh, those like little tiny ones like up at the top." And I'm like, "Yeah, the tiny ones up at the top." And they're like, "Dude, I don't know what those are called. Like, we never think about them.
Yeah.
They're just there."
I think I was thinking of French Guyana, excuse me.
I think even French Guiana is a country, though.
Are they not? Hold on. This is going to bother me if I don't look it up. It's a region of France.
French Guiana?
An overseas department of France.
So maybe there's Guyana and then French Guiana. Because there's
Yes.
definitely an autonomous
Yes.
Luis Chavez in the game. Interesting.
Guyana is
Oh,
separate.
okay.
French Guiana is governed by the provisions of the French Constitution and as a territorial collectivity of France. Yeah.
Epictetus says, "I work with a Bolivian scientist. He's a good dude." There we go. See, they do exist. They're just like rare Pokemon.
Like a pseudo legendary.
Yes, exactly. You may not find a Bolivian, but you'll definitely find a Salvadoran. Oh, there's hella Salvadorans in Houston, man. I got a lot of Salvadoran friends.
Yeah, there are.
I don't get the Santi slander. That must be from the chat. I don't think Connor and I have slandered him at all.
Nah, no.
Look at my man Robbie just sending in a super chat, $1.99, no text included. We appreciate that, Robbie. But if you want to ask us a question, go ahead, put it in the chat. And you got one question credit lined up.
Paraguay doesn't exist.
Juliano's Surinamese. We Surinamese people see ourselves as South American. I did not think we had a single sub from that country. And watching
Oh my God.
Wow. The Nations League final, no less. Didn't Venezuela try to invade Guyana? I think they did. Has anyone ever met a Oh, good ball from Garaskia. Yes, we've had Roberto on the channel, I think twice. So I can confirm there's at least one living Paraguayan left. It might be the last of his kind. Tingus Pingus says, "I'm pushing devious narratives against Santi today."
Ooh.
Oh, Piojo. Oh, Piojo. Oh, my gosh. Another
Dude,
good
he
block.
served that up on a platter. If you had a late man running in.
Yeah, he does really well. It's a good tackle though. It's a
Yeah.
really good tackle from, I think that's Farinha again. But Piojo got in a great position there. Just good, better defensive play. Love the La Liga content. Please make more. Appreciate that, Robbie. We will be back after the international break, but it's all national team right now. Oh, good step by Israel Reyes, I believe. Piojo on the ball. Piojo crosses up. Fajardo. Ball comes back. Edson. Panama sitting in not quite a low block. Kind of a mid block here. Vega. Back out wide. Chavez with the
Wow,
ball
what a
diagonal
ball.
to Edson of all people. Interesting position for our CDM. He's going to play it back. Reyes again. Piojo back to Reyes. Oh, it's almost there.
Wow.
But Gutierrez shovels it out really well. This is good defense from Panama, but they really need to win this in extra time. I mean, they could win in extra time too, but like they don't want this to be 0-0. They gotta take the lead here. I met a Paraguayan at work. Yeah, there's a few of them. Piojo Herrera is still in the team? Dang. I think you're confusing Piojo Alvarado and our old manager. Which is interesting because they have the same nickname,
wow.
so I can
Oh,
understand how
wow.
that'd be. Oh! Great tackle from
What a
Montes. Oh my goodness. That was really dangerous. Martinez was definitely through if not for that intervention. It's a good win from Farinha and Raul Jimenez. Oh, Christensen's having a goddamn heart attack on the sideline. Dude, if Panama win this, unbelievable. Bring on Quinones. Interesting substitution. I think we will see him if this goes to extra time. I think he will be the first sub. God, I just pray we do not see Charlie Rodriguez subbed into the game.
Wow, what a tackle. What a tackle.
Gutierrez can go all the way back.
Beautiful. Yep.
Why did you cut your hair? Yo, it's hot here. And I had a lion's mane. My hair weighed like 1.5 pounds. I was just tired of sweating all over the place. Plus, I get bored. I haven't cut my hair in 6 months. I want something new. I switch it up every 6 to 8 months. I get a new cut. Usually a new style. Then I'll cycle back to one I liked previously. I'll go back to the fade soon, but not yet. I wasn't ready for it. Raul Jimenez out wide is really good from Gutierrez. Does he prevent the corner? He does. Really well done from him. Jeez. Panama haven't won a title since 1951. I'm not surprised by that. Not a lot of teams win in CONCACAF. Like, it's just ball.
Oh. Does the
Oh my God.
face if Panama win?
Oh. Yes, a little bit, I think. I think it helps 5%. Oh,
yeah,
Piojo,
maybe 5%.
Maybe 5%. But really, it'll just validate Panama as a legitimate national team. Edson, no, it's a very, very weak. Yeah, Edson, he don't really have a shot like that.
That's his second shot that he took.
No.
I think that's enough to say no more. lay it off.
Yeah, I think you've hit your quota, Edson. Both of them have gone wide, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
They're saying horrible shot from Edson, kick him out of the national team.
Of course.
I'm
God
kidding, they
forbid you
didn't
give
say kick
anybody
him.
quarter here.
God forbid you make a mistake. Here's Santi. Let's see, is his dribbling ability improved at all?
Oh, nice pass.
Edson, play the ball, man. He just ain't got the vision like that. And that's okay. He doesn't need to, but he would be such a more complete midfielder if he could add that. Great position from
Yeah,
Christian
to the
Martinez.
to
But
the bag
Israel
of tricks
Reyes.
there.
Israel Reyes really, really solid, man. I feel like I was the only mofo who said Israel Reyes should be a top 2 right back for us. The guy's good, man. I haven't seen a bad right back performance from Israel Reyes. Ooh, Raul's going to win that, but does Santi win the next one? He does. Ooh. No power, but another good attack. It's been a while since Panama attacked.
Yeah, I'm going to go ask for the Santi.
Why is Mexico so trash at being clinical with their shots? I don't know if we're trash. I just don't think we have. I'll put it this way. We are just as clinical as I would expect. We don't really have wingers on the team that just rack up goals like that, right? Who's got the most goals? Quiñones?
Yeah.
Who's not even playing. He's probably our most prolific winger. Alexis Vega too, but that's more like, oh yeah, sorry, go.
No. You're totally fine. You're making good points. That also speaks. I saw somebody in the chat earlier ask why we haven't seen Mexico as strong in the counterattack since 2014. That's the exact reason. Ooh, watch out for that corner there.
Watch out for Raul's ACL, bro.
Jesus.
Just rolling in the knees like that? Come on. But yeah, and also our midfield we don't have a cam. So we're not Man City, we're not Arsenal, we're not Spurs. We don't have a goal scoring midfielder. Those are the types of guys who are going to be scoring those like outside the box chances a lot of the time. We don't have a Fede Valverde. We don't have anything like that. So that's why a lot of our shots from far look kind of booty, because we don't really have a guy like that. Edson's been doing all right as center mid. What do you think? Yeah. Wow, Christian Martinez off. This is a big call here. His third cap for Panama. That's a big call. That's a big call from Christensen. Yo, if this pans out, he really is the GOAT. I mean, that's a gamble and a half.
Yeah, but he looked a little distressed coming off. Maybe
Coco plays it down.
No.
Cut out by Montes really well. Really well. Oh my God.
Yeah, beautiful play by Panama, but you just need some more guys in there.
Luis Chavez got a little cannon at times. Yes, Diego, but only on set pieces, not from open play. How is Carrasquilla not in MLS? He's actually in Liga MX now. Ball in. Oh, Montes with the clearance. Oh! Morales, the guy who just checked in, the foul on Santi. It's a brave header from Santi Jimenez.
But that's who he is, dude. That's the effort guy. Come all the way back, go for a defensive header. Come on now.
It's funny you say that because the AC Milan fans actually think that he's very lazy.
Really?
Uh, and I kind of agree. He doesn't track back that much with AC Milan, but I more think that's because the team doesn't like each other versus Santi being a lazy player. I just don't think they want to fight for each other.
Valid.
He is better at that for Mexico.
Well, he gives a damn
Where's the
about it.
OFC content? New Caledonia is beating New Zealand. Games in a few hours. Put some respect on the OFC. Also, the Eastman's national team is cooked. Appreciate the super chat, Easton. Man, I just don't have time for OFC, and I'm not sure if Connor really wants to start making New Caledonia
I don't have time either.
content. Yeah, it just ain't a priority. We kind of got to pick our battles here, and
And I got a hard enough time finding games that are in the United States to watch. I don't know what
good
kind
from
of
Santi
streaming
there.
service I'm gonna have to get for the OFC.
I think it's free on FIFA Plus, which would be nice, but
That would be nice.
I just wouldn't be able to tell y'all anything. I'd be like, oh, New Zealand scored. And then we would just sit there in silence. And then I'd start giving dating advice again. Which maybe that's what y'all want. I don't know. This is hilarious. Yo, Jack, you put your face in water or nah? Connor, I'm sure you've seen the super viral morning routine video that's been going around everywhere.
Which one? Where they like dunk their face in cold water?
Raul?
Yes. No.
It's like the massive black dude who's just yoked out of his mind. And he gets up at 4 to like brush his teeth. Oh, you haven't seen that one?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, he like dunks his face in water like 3 or 4 times like during his morning routine. And so people were just screenshotting it and made it a meme. I do not put my face in water, but maybe I should. His skin looked great.
Is it ice
I
water?
can't even hate. I don't know. I assume it's freezing cold.
Gotta be.
OFC deserves some respect. You're right, Miguel. I just ain't the guy to do it. I've chosen my battles. It's time for someone else to pick that one. At least gold sticking up for us. My boys already cover America, Europe, Africa, Asia. Come on. That's how I feel. I even feel like the CAF content is just not good because the qualifiers are all at the same time. And it's like, how can you watch 3 federations at the same
What a
time?
slide.
That was great. Oh, if that deflection would have gone in, that would have been pure filth.
Alas, it was 30 feet wide.
Gets up at 4 a.m. to brush his teeth. Ice water is supposed to reduce face puffiness in the morning. Give Jake a call. I think he can do OFC. Now, that's a good idea.
You know, I was literally just thinking about what Jake would say in that situation. He'd say that he doesn't give a damn.
Yeah. He would refuse to recognize the sovereignty of the nations that participate.
Correct. He'd be like, New Zealand's Australia, you mean?
He would say they should be reclaimed by the Japanese overseas empire.
Dude, thank God y'all are playing well with these jerseys because these things are so sick.
Yes.
They're so dope.
Where's the Antarctic League coverage? This is what the internet really needs.
Hey, bro, we had to shelve that.
We did.
Like the
We
Arctic
still have
Shelf.
to debut the that went over my head. We got to debut the Argentine League show at some point. If anybody wants to watch that monstrosity.
I'm terrified, but yeah, I think it would be good to get it out. We're picking like the worst moment to get into it too.
Yeah.
Everybody sucks, but maybe that's exciting.
Connor making dad jokes. Yes. That's one of his specialties, actually.
I've been getting better at them.
Oh, good tackle there from Johan. We win the ball back in a dangerous place. Ooh. And Gutierrez just going to clear it. Yeah. I mean, it's great defending for Panama. It really is. I guess offsides is being called. Peruvian League on the come up after taking the number 2 spot. I think the Peruvian League it's in ruins, tatters at the moment.
Was it ever not?
Maybe like 1970s. I feel like Peruvian League was pretty solid. All right, dating advice. He helped me bag a girl. She like flirts with me, but she says she doesn't want a boyfriend. And we always skip class and walk together. And everyone thinks we're together. How do I make her like me? Are you holding hands when you walk to class? Or you just walk shoulder to shoulder? Does she engage physical contact in any way? Shoulder grabs, your pinky finger, poking you in the stomach. If the answer is no, I don't know if she likes you. I'm sorry to say that. It's probably the truth. How can you get her to like you? Be yourself. Be interested, but not desperate. It's probably the best thing you can do. Try to excel at something. She'll take notice. And if she finds you as a potential suitable mate, she will indicate it somehow to you.
What is this, David Attenborough? If the female shows any sort of interest, she will notify you. My man, just do your thing. I'll tell you what, tell her you too busy. Tell her you too busy to walk her to class next time. See what happens. Live your life.
Yeah, that's inject a little bit of tension. Sounds like this is just too friendly right now. Tell her, hey, I'm gonna walk to class with Stacy today.
I already know what's happened. She's making some trash jokes, but you got goo eyes, so you laughing at all of them. Your boys are 10 times funnier than her. Now, this is not some incel manifesto that I'm about to drop on you, right? Go chill with the boys. Walk with one of the boys to class. And she's gonna be like, dang, my boy, he not here today. Low key, shoulders feeling kind of cold. Maybe you get a little more interest, maybe not. I would say don't, just keep it chill. Go lift some weights. That'll bring some clarity. In-game broadcast commercials. Doug, you know why there's in-game broadcast commercials right now? It's because they're getting after the chant right now. They're threatening to stop the game.
Well, I actually just think 2DN has decided to add commercials in game. He might be watching on 2DN.
Okay.
They actually have commercials now.
That's insane.
It's ridiculous.
As if the subscription and payment wasn't enough.
Correct. We're already paying.
Oh my God. This is going to be like plus 15 minutes. Good God.
All right, looks like the game's going to get back underway. This is just terrible for the tempo and everything of the final.
Yes.
I mean, protocol's protocol, but that don't mean the protocol is optimized.
No, but how do you optimize that, you know? Like, there were steps taken before. This is like a 5-year saga.
Yeah.
Because we were seeing these announcements when Mexico played Argentina. We got to watch them in San Antonio.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we've talked about the chance before. I didn't got the energy for it again. I think a lot of offensive things get said at football games. That's that. Oh. Rodriguez is continuing to be the Energizer Bunny. Wow, they're saying no foul there. Okay. I thought Gallardo just took him out, but it's a throw in Israel Reyes. We're going backwards now. Luis Chavez on the ball. Long diagonal. 1-on-1. Alexis Vega. He's going to play it in. Edson. Ball carry. Played out wide. Piojo. 1-on-1 with Gutierrez. Up. Now there's help. Now there's help. Play's taking too long. Vega again. Garasquilla. Sticks a foot in. Really good defense from Panama here.
Yeah. Oh, come on,
Almost
guys.
a turnover.
Yeah.
It's just not as tight as it needs to be right now for Mexico. Big switch, though. Roll with a good touch. He should have let it go. That's a bad foul from Blackman. Yeah, if you're Panama, man, you can't be doing that. Raul's got nowhere to go. Hey, my dudes, can you narrate the game? Sure, we could do. We try to do play-by-plays. But if y'all got questions, we usually pivot and answer those instead. Connor, you want to do play-by-play here? Ball comes in.
Oh, was that a handball? Penal. Penal. Pelotudo. He just reached his hand out like he's a wide receiver. Oh, my word.
Did he
DK
really?
Metcalf can't make catches like that. Jeez.
Wait, hold on. I couldn't tell from my screen.
Here
Hold
goes.
on.
The cross goes in. Oh, my Lord. 10 feet from behind. I think he had his hand out to try and stop anybody running around his back, but wow. Wow. Probably the most foolish penalty. Most foolish penalty. Clear.
I cannot believe that, man.
Clear as day. Unreal.
Wow. How? I mean, man, that's just an individual error. Oh, man.
Wow. That is one of the most disheartening things. You want to play by play. I mean, this man just looks beaten. This man looks defeated here.
Dude, he was arguably man of the match against the United States. So good in that game. And to do that, I mean, even if Santi wins the header, there's no angle at all
No,
to
no, no, no.
threaten goal. I mean,
He just wasn't watching the ball. It's a header. You got to know where your man is, and you got to
yeah.
know where the ball is. Full stop.
Oh man, that's crazy. I mean, now it's up to Mosquera versus Raul. Raul going for what, his sixth goal in 6 games for Mexico? Maybe his seventh? No, I think it's his sixth goal. Raul Jimenez standing over Mosquera in goal. Jimenez, step up, run, stutter, 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 stutter. And he converts. And he just stands still on the penalty spot.
Yeah, that's Aura. How many stutters are they allowed to take? I don't like that. I'm happy that he scored, but
I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm a tool, but it's just, it's a little hard. It feels a little hard to celebrate that. You know what I mean?
no, I don't think that makes you a tool because that's not the way that you want to win.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty good pen. I don't even, let's see if Mosquera even guesses. He just waits for him to move, and it's a great pen from Raul. Very calculated. There's a reason this man takes these things in the Premier League against the best keepers in the world. I mean, Mexico are probably going to do it here unless Panama, I mean, do what they haven't been able to do since the first half and attack. Ismael Diaz is coming on. I never understood why he doesn't get more minutes for Panama. We're probably going to like 98 here, folks. Farinia's coming off. They're taking off one CB
Yeah.
here. Makes sense. They're going to throw the kitchen sink. Gosh, how is Thomas Christensen feeling right now? Garaskia is just going to send it long. Mexico might even be able to get a third here.
Yeah, you're not going to beat him in the air. This is.
Well, it's not impossible. I mean, these guys can attack.
Yeah.
But blocked again by Reyes. He's had a great game. Garaskia blocked again.
Oh, a heavy little chop.
That's a foul.
Foul, and the Mexicans are going to milk this for all it's worth.
Oh, yeah. Edson staying down for a minute here. And I mean, it's the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody says that pen was ridiculously bad. I don't think it was bad. I think it was very good. It's pretty strategic.
Yeah, I mean, use everything you got in your arsenal.
Possibly top 5 best CONCACAF finals. I mean, I don't know if it's a top 5. The first half was on pace for a top 5. It slowed down a little bit in the second half, and we didn't really get a lot of epic moments in this second 45 here, but yeah, I'm not sure if this is a top 5 final anymore. Top 10, sure, but I don't know off the top of my head. See, Panama just choked. Man, they didn't even choke. Like one player just, oh my gosh. I mean, you want to talk about some of the worst individual errors I've seen in international football. I'm really struggling to come up with other stuff, y'all.
Yeah,
really
agreed.
struggling to come up with other things here.
Hey, that's a shift for Santi. That's a shift.
It's a shift. It's a shift.
Yeah. He didn't make any sales, but there's a lot of paperwork that he put in.
Yeah. I mean, he got a sweat in for sure.
He got
contributed, forced a couple saves several times. He was involved in the buildup. Much better game than against Canada, I think. Probably because he's getting used to his role playing off of Raul, which makes sense.
Yeah.
He's barely done it before. He needs time. I don't like subbing on Jesus Angulo. I just think he's a terrible player, but oh,
Oh,
oh my gosh, he somehow keeps
absolute
the ball.
disaster. Yeah, somehow retains it. Carrasquilla managing to stay upright despite
Carrasquilla plays it.
contact from the back. Panama going up the left. Hard contact there. Ooh, throwing for Panama. No. I don't know how I feel about that. Morales is not happy either.
It's good. It's pretty good defending.
It's good defending, but I thought the toe poke put it out there.
Wow.
Ay, ay, ay.
Will we get one more minute? Yeah, we probably go to +8. Gosh, how does Jose Cordoba feel right now, man?
Dude, if I'm
Oh,
Cordoba, I'm in the mud if I'm Cordoba, man. I'm in the mud.
I'm in the mud, man. Gosh, that poor guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I might need to call out of work for a few days.
Yeah. Panama will get one more chance here. Mexico defending well, like we've defended the entire Nations League, win it back pretty immediately. Alexis Vega tries to put it in. Cordoba again. Not a good ball wide. Won by Vasquez. Raul, good hold up play from him. Yep, just play it back, kill the game.
You said it's done. Just end it, slow it down.
I don't know why Gutierrez is not playing the sideline here. Good win by, unfortunately,
And immediately hoofing it up, dude. That's not.
Well, the ref is kind of screening Godoy off the ball there. Good body from Raul again. Smart play. Draws the foul.
Yeah.
Stupid foul from Morales. And that's game. That's game.
It's got to be, right?
It's got to be.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. Mexico have won the Nations League. 2-1 against Panama. Wow. Wow. Oh, there's a lot to say. There's a lot to say here. Raul Jimenez again. I mean, God, the man scored 4 goals in the Nations League this window. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how good he is right now. Gosh, you gotta feel for Panama. You gotta feel for Panama. Were Panama the better team? No, I think Mexico were the better side, especially in the second half. But to lose like that, oh, it's gotta be crushing. The Mexican players are having a great time. I think overall Mexico was the best team at the Nations League. We deserve to win. Period. I don't think anybody else is more deserving based on the 4 games that we witnessed here. Really, really big milestone. Now we're having a conversation again. Now CONCACAF is looking a little less one-sided, little less Mickey Mouse. One of the big boys gets another trophy. Mexico's second in 2 years. 2023 Gold Cup. Now the 2025 Nations League. Yeah. I mean, this federation is wide open. This federation is wide. How you want to power rank these 4 teams plus Costa Rica and Jamaica after this? Good luck. I don't know. I really don't know. I think that's exciting, though. I think that's a positive. What do you think about this one?
I think 100%. You want disparity. You want that. You want contention. As much as I would love it if the US just came through and steamrolled, that doesn't really do much for CONCACAF overall. And you know what, dude? I think the manner in which this happened, that pen right there, I'm okay with Mexico winning on a pen, but the manner of the
But
pen,
that pen.
ah, bad pen. That's got to be the only reason you aren't celebrating, right?
Yeah, I'm very happy, but I think I'm also pretty heartbroken for the manner in which Panama went out. Like, I'm very sympathetic to how they and their fans must be feeling. It's like, dude, if that was our team, if Mexico just lost in the final like that, if Argentina lost the Copa final like that, it'd be like, oh my
Devastating.
god. You would never
Devastating.
forget that moment. Your
No.
the rest of your life, Panamanians will never forget this moment.
You think of
And it's
John
like
Cordoba and you forget all the good that he did running up to it.
Jose,
Nobody's going to
Jose,
talk. So,
Jose, John Cordoba's the Colombian.
oh, my
Jose
bad.
Cordoba.
Yeah. Gee, I didn't even remember saying his first name. Good Lord. But yeah, nobody's going to talk about how good he was before. Nobody's going to cover that for Panama. I think maximum we get 2 sentences from I don't even know, from American coverage, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it. Now, I don't think that beating Panama in the final is what makes us a contentious federation. Or it doesn't make CONMEBOL or CONCACAF contentious again, right? That's not what
Mhm.
injects this. It's the manner in which Mexico was able to recapture a run of form and to get an essential player up and running and providing a role for Santi Jimenez, who frankly at times has looked lost, right? I think the manner in which that they've come back around allows them to inject themselves just as the U.S. men's national team and Canada are stepping down a level and Panama's maintaining. That's what brings it into this perfect amalgamation of competition here. I'm
Mhm.
I'm I'm happy for it. I think it sucks for Panama, but I don't think that this loss for Panama here brings them down a level outside of everybody killing Cordoba in the locker room and them losing, an essential player. Um, I don't think this says anything negative about their national team, which
About
is
Panama.
about Panama. Yeah.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. I
No.
I would even argue that Panama might be walking out of this looking like they've gained more than what Mexico have gained. I think there's an argument for that. I think Mexico getting the trophy and getting a trophy that finally isn't a gold cup, finally being the team to take the trophy away from the United States, I think that means a lot,
Yeah.
right? Especially because Mexico was not the favorite coming into this. Very, very, very few people thought Mexico were going to beat Canada and then beat whoever they saw in the finals. So it's a massive dub for Mexico. But I think how Panama have played in these 180 minutes have hopefully changed a lot of opinions. But Mexico, of course, walking away as winners. And now I think we have the last two trophies in the federation, if I'm not mistaken, 2023 Gold Cup and now this. Now you look at the next edition of the Gold Cup, which will be in 2025, summer 2025, I believe. We're looking at if Mexico wins that. Well, now Mexico's just three-peated. You know what I mean? And what the hell did we say at that point? Because the United States three-peated this, right? And everybody said they're the best team in CONCACAF. Here's the golden generation. They're untouchable. Mexico suck. Canada are frauds. The worst Mexico side of all time. And then if Mexico wins the next 2025 Gold Cup, assuming that everybody takes it seriously, which will be difficult because the Club World Cup will be happening at the same time, but I digress. Then we have another interesting conversation. It's like, well, which three-peat is worth more? You would probably say the Nations League that the United States did because everybody took it seriously, but it would be huge for Mexico. And I think it would be a massive L for Canada if they were not able once again to get some silverware next summer. Or this summer, I guess. Any thoughts?
I think I gotta agree. And just looking forward to the next. That game was not deserving of that finish. I think I'm still stuck on that. I'm trying to figure out why I'm in this headspace right here, you know? But it's tough. And I'm also just kind of pissed off looking at some of these comments here, dude. Mickey Mouse Federation, corruption. Why are y'all here? Come on now.
I think some of it is the banter. Look,
Yeah, some of
Mexico, we
it is
just won. You get to we get to puff our chests for at least 48 hours, right? Does this mean that Mexico's back? Does this mean Mexico's even the best team in CONCACAF? No. No, I don't think it does. I don't think it does. And honestly, that's another reason I'm a little pissed the game ended like this. Because now I feel like people will say, oh, well, the game was thrown at the end. Because it kind of was thrown at the end. So we didn't get to see Mexico go into extra time, be like, all right, guys, rally the effing troops. Let's come out here, blitz Panama. And then, we score 2 goals and win 3-1 or something like that. Or we have like another beautiful piece of interplay and it concludes with the Santi Jimenez goal or Vega slots it away, something like that. I would have preferred that greatly. Now it's like, oh, okay. Well, if I just look at the performance overall and I analyze it, Mexico have improved a lot this Nations League. But I still wouldn't feel comfortable saying we're the best team in CONCACAF, and that ending absolutely blew. Doesn't take Game of Thrones season 8. Doesn't mean the rest of the show was terrible. But am I going to be telling my kids about the time that Mexico beat Panama 2-1 because Jose Cordova stuck his arm out like a strong safety going for a pick in the end zone? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You hate to see that stuff a little bit. It kind of feels like we got cheated of a potentially epic moment, does it not?
Yeah. Yep. Correct. It is anticlimactic. Yeah.
Clip says, stop hating. We earned this. It's not hating. It's not hating. To say that was a shit ending is not hating. To say that I would have rather us won not that way, like, that's how I feel. I'm entitled to have those opinions. I'm entitled to want to see my team play and win a certain way. If you don't agree, you don't have to agree. But I'm like, oh God, I'm happy for Mexico, but because it is important that we finally get our hands on this freaking trophy. Maybe I just need to marinate a little bit. Just need to sleep on it. Maybe watch the game back, watch some more highlights again. Like I said, I think Mexico was the slightly better team, especially because of the second half. But is this a statement victory, Connor? I would say no. I don't think it's a statement victory.
It was a statement run, statement tournament for you guys. But no, not the ending. Not the ending.
Yeah. Mexico can improve the midfield with players like Marcelo Ruiz and Elias Montiel. Stop calling up Charlie and Romo. I mean, Christian, I don't disagree with you, man. We just know that ain't going to happen. We just know that ain't going to happen. Doesn't matter what's happening with those guys. I agree that not the ending that I wanted. Again, it's fine. It's fine. It just doesn't feel epic. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't feel epic. But I am happy. I'm not getting the 2025 Nations League tattooed on my neck, but I am like, yeah, this is cool. And yeah, I'm going to talk shit to Canadians and to Americans who I will inevitably see disrespecting this performance, disrespecting the result from Mexico, saying that we bought it, saying whatever. Just like I fought the Canadians who said that we didn't deserve to beat them in the last game and it should have been a pen and CONCACAF is corrupt. I'm always going to stick up for Mexico, but I'm always going to fight delusion at the same time. And so, yeah, this is a good win, but it's not super epic. That's all. W Panama, they got to the final for a reason. Oh, man, if you want to talk about, did Godoy just win man of the match? Oh, they won the Fair Play Award. Yeah, Godoy did not care at all about that. Malagon's winning best goalkeeper. You know what I never understood? Does this factor in the quarterfinals at all, or is it just the best goalkeeper of 2 games?
I don't know.
And
It's a really good
I never
question.
knew that.
It's a good question.
It
And not this is gonna seem really anticlimactic from me, but I gotta go. I gotta be up and at 'em in 6.5 hours.
Alright, if you wanna jump, I'll field a few more questions, and then I'm gonna go to bed too because it's almost 1 o'clock for me.
Yeah, do it. All right. Thanks for having me, y'all. No hate for Mexico. Congratulations. It's good to see one of the top dogs back in the race. And shout out Raul Jimenez. Shout out, shout out, shout out Raul Jimenez.
Yeah, what a stud. Alright, bro. Thanks for doing this with me.
Yeah, it was fun. All right, guys.
Alright, y'all. I'll field a couple more chats here. Then I'm gonna shower and go to bed because your boy has work tomorrow and everything. About damn time Mexico finally win the Nations League. I think that's how I feel about it as well. I'm very happy that we won. Yeah. I'm trying to think of another example, another time when I felt this way about maybe like a Champions League or like a World Cup come down to the last second. Like it was just super anticlimactic. If y'all can think of another example, let me know in the comments. I'm kind of struggling right here. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Congratulations, Mexico. See, I knew this was gonna happen. Y'all got lucky against Canada. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew here they come. Here come the comments right here. Oh my gosh. Mexico will be embarrassed outside of CONCACAF. I don't think they'll be embarrassed outside of CONCACAF. I don't think Mexico is gonna really get embarrassed by many teams. Here comes Panama doing the walk here. Yeah. Nice display of respect here. It was a great game between these two guys. I mean, it really was. CONCACAF is kind of fried, not gonna lie. I don't know if it's fried. I just think I think it's the best the federation's ever been. It's just sometimes not always most exciting. It is the weakest federation. We don't have the biggest guns in here, but at least a different team won. And a different team made a runner up. We actually had history made twice. Panama never finished runner up. They never made it to the finals. Mexico never won. So it is cool to see stuff like that. Do you think CONCACAF is a big four now? I'm actually going to say yes. I think Panama have done enough to be considered the big four. I mean, I don't really know what Canada have done to suggest comparing Canada and Panama would be insulting. I don't really know what Mexico have done to make the suggestion insulting as well. I mean, guys, who have we beat in the last 2 trophies we've won? Who have we beat in the last 2 finals? It wasn't the United States, wasn't Canada, wasn't Costa Rica, wasn't Jamaica, wasn't Honduras. It was Panama in both of them. So if we are meeting the same team in back-to-back finals, how can they not be considered the big four? I think it is a big four. I think this Panama side has deserved to be included as a power in the region. I think they've been the 4th best team for a while, but of course it is discussed as a big 3. I will probably discuss it as a big 4 moving forward because that is how much I respect this team. This stings now because it feels like Mexico got lucky with their win, which they did, but they never conceded a goal in open play, so they deserve this trophy. This is a phenomenal comment. Thank you for the super chat. I totally agree. I'm just grieving a little bit for my Panamanian brothers out there. That's all. I'm not poo-pooing the fact that we won. I think this is great, and it's very important for our program to get back in the driver's seat, and that's what it feels like for the first time. And it feels like, even maybe more importantly than the Nations League trophy, y'all, it feels like we have a leader again in the team. It feels like we have a talisman. We have the captain back in Raul Jimenez. And I think him, plus the respect that Javier Aguirre has with this group of players, it has improved the effort and the performance of Mexico. I think that is just as important as winning. Now, winning is also great, but for different reasons. The winning is the validation, y'all, right? We got the validation that Canada still hasn't gotten because they still don't have a trophy. We just got the validation that Panama, as amazing as Christensen has been, he still doesn't have because he still doesn't have a trophy. And he's not expected to win a trophy, but that's how casuals discuss the game. But yes, Mexico's defense was incredible in this Final Four. Incredible. Johan Vasquez was a freak. Cesar Montes, who didn't even start the game against, I almost said the United States, against Canada, was great today. Edson, very, very strong performance. He's about to lift the trophy right now. All the guys get their gold medals. Malagon's hugging Aguirre. Malagon, turn around, turn around. 2025 CONCACAF champions. Here comes the whole coaching staff. I mean, this group of players, they deserve it too, right? They deserve it. I'm not trying to take away anything from us. We deserved to be the champions of this tournament. I just feel bad for Panama how it happened. Cordoba got that Lewis Miller versus South Korea quarterfinal ad mistake. That is a crazy niche reference that probably me and one other person in this chat understood, and you are correct. Even though Liam Miller's been pretty good for Australia recently. Panama had a strong safety. Yeah, they switched to the wrong football. They switched to American football in the 88th minute. It's crazy. Are people saying like, damn, CONCACAF, y'all really let this, I'm going to assume, let this happen? I mean, dude, if you're going to blame somebody, blame Canada more than Panama, because Canada were the favorites and couldn't get it done. Raul the King, 100%. U.S. is not a golden generation. They're a fraudulent generation. I've never seen so much European talent do so much less. Yeah, those guys are pretenders. And I really feel like their image has been hurt so bad recently that I don't know how many people are still saying golden generation. I hated that we went through in penalties to win thanks to Trotamendi. Wrong safely. Jack, is Mexico the Qatar 2.0? Are you asking like, are we about to be the worst host in the history of the World Cup? I do not think so. I do not think so. If that's what you mean, I don't think so. Because Mexico, we're going to be a pot one. It's an expanded World Cup. We're going to get weaker teams in there. There's no way we get grouped. I shouldn't be. Why am I saying this now? I should wait for the groups to come out because, like, I don't know. What if disaster strikes and like France ends up being a pot two and we draw them or something? But the probability of group upsets now is just pretty low because of the expanded spots. So I do not think we're going to be Qatar 2.0. Always against Mexico. You guys hate us for no reason. Well, Clips, they don't hate us for no reason. They hate us for a reason, right? We have the most trophies in CONCACAF. I think we had one more than the United States. Is it only one more than the U.S.? Well, anyways, we just added another one 5 minutes ago. I can see Israel Reyes lifting it up right now. That's why they hate us. They hate us because we're successful, and they also hate us because there is sections of the fan base that believe that we would be the third best team in CONMEBOL or that we're going to make the semifinals at the World Cup and all that stuff. So that's why people hate us. But and also, we're not the underdog in any way, shape, or form. Just because Mexico was down doesn't mean people are like, I hope Mexico gets another trophy. I feel bad for them. Nobody feels bad for us. We're like Manchester United. People want to see us be bad because they're tired of when we were good. They're tired of when we were dominant. They're tired of when we were untouchable. I understand it, honestly. I love the hate. I really do. It's a great question from Madrilla. If this wasn't a statement victory, was the W against Canada a statement win? Absolutely, it was a statement win. Absolutely, it was a statement win. It's hard for Panama to be a statement win because they've never beaten us with their manager. They haven't beaten us in a long, long time. So it wasn't a statement win, but it was important, of course, to win the final. Because if Panama beat us, well, then Panama get another statement win, right? Beating the U.S. was their statement win. Beating the U.S. to the Copa was a statement win. So we would just be another, you know, how Killmonger had like the marks on his body for everybody he killed from Black Panther. We would just be another one of those marks for Panama. But us beating Panama, it can't be considered a statement victory because we are Mexico. I'm sorry, it's just the reality of things, of the hierarchy of CONCACAF. The only thing that could be a statement victory for us is beating beating Canada or the United States. Maybe if we beat Panama like 5-0 in a semifinal, I think the magnitude of goals could turn it into a statement win, but not a 2-1 off a pen. Not like this. Jonathan Limon says, thanks for staying up, bro. Mexico deserve the win. Yes, Mexico does deserve the win. I appreciate the super chat. And of course, you guys know I love doing these Mexico live streams. Let me see. Jack, talk about how CONCACAF owns Asia 9-1-1 all time in the World Cup. Oh wait, why can't I highlight this? I don't really know if I want to talk about this now because I'd rather make a separate video about it because I do think it's interesting how certain federations have good records against other ones, right? Like Asia has a winning record against CAF, but CAF is better than Asia. So it's like, what is the explanation for that? I don't know. Like, I think Asia is stronger than CONCACAF. They beat the CONCACAF teams in friendlies quite decisively. But then when it comes down to the World Cup, CONCACAF is a better record. Is that because Asia was pretty weak overall and weak relatively until like the year 2000? I don't know. I would argue that Asia's was still weak up until like 2014, I think is when Asia kind of became a little bit more respectable. I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's probably like a myriad of factors. Nabuta says, I'm filing the one-time switch to Japan. I can't take this shit anymore. Well, Mexico might be playing Japan, which that's like my dream fixture, man. Like, it's my dream fixture. Mexico, Japan. Like, I'm going to be wilding out on that stream. I'm definitely going live for Mexico versus Japan, so hit subscribe for that. Let me see. If they bring that to an international competition, it'd be cool. People still disrespecting Panama, no way. It's just the way of the world, man. It's just the way of the world. Y'all lost to Panama, buddy. Sit down. I'm not sure if you're talking to me, if there's a Canadian in the chat. Charlie Davies is a trash commentator. What did he say? What did he say particularly that was bad here? That Will Smith halftime really was awful. Wasn't the pregame? Or did he come out at halftime too? I wasn't paying attention. I was giving y'all dating advice. Golden Generation LMAO. Is AFC officially above CONCACAF? I will continue to say so because the other CONCACAF teams are just a joke. I mean, Jamaica tying St. Vincent and the Grenadines away off a 98th minute penalty is embarrassing. Honduras allowing Bermuda to score 3 goals is embarrassing. Like, just the lower teams are so bad, man. Jack, what did we learn from this game? We learned that Raul is, well, I don't know if he learned anything new that we didn't learn against Canada. I think we learned way more against Canada than here. What we learned in the Panama game is that all the lessons from the Canada game were not flukes. The fact that the defense looks legit, the fact that the players look like they bought in, the fact that Raul Jimenez is clearly our best player, the fact that Raul Jimenez is clearly the leader of this team, the fact that I would say Luis Malagon, maybe that's a specific takeaway from this game. Luis Malagon, I think, vindicated his appointment as Memo Ochoa's successor, right? He didn't have a lot to do in the Canada game. He did make one save, but he didn't have a lot to do. He made some big saves in this match. I would say Malagon is the biggest independent lesson we had just from the final as opposed to the semifinal. Guys, I'm going to do like 1 or 2 more, and then I'm going to head to bed. I'm pretty tired. Got all the World Cup qualifiers on Tuesday. I'm going to be doing a live stream for Jordan, South Korea, bright and early at 8 in the morning. It's 8 in the morning Brazil time. I think it's 7 a.m. Eastern time. So for y'all in Texas and stuff, in California, it'll be like, what, 4 or something like that? Talk about Leon getting kicked out of the Club World Cup. I'm just gonna upset people because I don't see a problem with it. I mean, if it's against the rule, if you can't be ownership of multiple clubs, then somebody's got to go. And I don't like the multiple ownership in Liga MX anyways. I think it's stupid. I don't think it makes any sense. It's so dumb. It would be like, yeah, it'd be like the NBA if like the Clippers and the Lakers had the same owner. It's like, what are you guys doing? Like this doesn't make, it's dumb. And it just, I don't know. I don't know if it's anti-competition or if it makes me feel like it's, Jesus, if it's more easily like corrupted or whatever. I just want every team to have its own set of owners with its own objectives where there's no what's it called? What's it called when you don't hire somebody that like is your dad or something because you have like conflict of interest. Yeah, exactly. You don't do business in the family or whatever. Conflict of interest. Live stream together. I'm not sure what you mean by that. About to go a month in Japan. We'll be filing one time switch when I'm over there. Yeah, man. I'm trying to get that dual citizenship, if you know what I'm saying. What's the goal for Mexico? This is a great one here. I got 2 more here and then my dip. What's the goal? What's the next goal for Mexico? Does anything else matter till the World Cup? Absolutely. First off, every single game matters. We're confirmed playing Turkey and Switzerland, and it looks like Japan is the next confirmation that's going to happen. Play well in those games. Start to experiment with the couple spots in our 11 that are not cemented and go out and get good performances. Japan smacked up the United States when they played. Japan smacked up Canada when they played. If Mexico can be the CONCACAF side that plays Japan and wins or even gets like a 2-2 draw, that's something that nobody else has been able to do recently. That's a dub. In the games against Turkey and Switzerland, I would say there's 2 objectives. Number 1 is to play well, of course, but number 2 is also to outperform how the United States is going to do in those exact same friendlies. If the U.S. gets 4 points, I want 6. U.S. gets 3 points, I want 4. U.S. gets 0, I want 3. You know what I'm saying? Like we should be trying to outpace them in these games. I don't know if Japan's going to play the U.S. as well, but same thing there. Japan beats if the United States beats Japan 1-0, I want to beat Japan 2-0. Like keep the pressure on. Keep your foot on the gas. All steam ahead. And then after that, we got the Gold Cup 2025, which must be taken seriously. We are probably going to lose a few players. I forgot all the Mexican clubs that are in it. I know Rayados are in there, so I think we're going to lose like a Arteaga, who wasn't even included in the squad anyways, but whatever. The objective should be to win that for sure. As I was talking about earlier, we win that one. That's 3 trophies in a row. That's a 3-peat. So if we're gonna beat the allegations that this is the worst Mexican national team of all time and that we're gonna be dog walked to the World Cup, well, you do that with results and performances, and a 3-peat of trophies, Gold Cup, Nations League, Gold Cup, I think would do that. Those are the objectives for Mexico. And then you really gotta we gotta find out, okay, who's our starting right back? Who is it? Who's our starting right winger? Our wingers and our fullbacks, we still have no idea who that's going to be. We really don't know. I thought Israel Reyes was great. Again, I've said for a while now, Israel Reyes is a serviceable right back from Mexico and could definitely play. We would love to have seen Huescas. Didn't get the minutes. Wasn't really needed, to be honest with you. I thought Piojo and Vega and before that Chino we're doing a good job of moving the ball around. I think Santi in kind of this more free-flowing position. Raul can drop deep to receive the ball as well. Figure out and solve the last remaining question marks in the squad. Outpace the United States and Canada in friendlies. Win the 2025 Gold Cup. Those are the objectives. Oh, God. There was one super chat. I think I saw it in here. Marco, again, appreciate you. This is what we learned. Panama bottled this opportunity, but at least they didn't bottle like the United States. Yeah, this is unfortunately a bottle. Um, it is a bottle for Panama. Just how it happened, the way it did. More so for Cordoba as an individual. Like, you can't game plan for that if you're Christensen. You can't do anything about it if you're Coco Carrasquilla or if you're Luis Rodriguez, who was great today. Uh, this is a thing that happens in sports, you know. Gerard slips, Cordoba smacks the ball with his hand. Somebody fumbles at the goal line. You miss a free throw. It is what it is. Like, this is why personnel is important in these games. And unfortunately today there was a massive individual howler for Panama, and it happened in the last seconds of the game, and that's how we won. And it does suck, and I feel for them. I feel for Panama, but I'm gonna continue, tooting the horn of this national team and saying how good they are. So yeah, bro just lost his composure on that handball, 100%. Um, bro, why you not buff anymore? I am pretty buff, actually. I still got it. I think I've lost a bit of my my winter bulk. A little bit of that. A little bit of that bear fat, a little bit of that bear fur has been melting away slowly as I die in the Brazilian summer heat. I think it's still technically summer here. Maybe we're going into fall, but yeah, I probably lost a couple. No, I probably lost like 3 to 4 kilos, which is like 8 pounds. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to get into trying to look like the Dark Knight now. Instead of like, who's that dude from Jack Reacher? That's not what I'm going for anymore. I'm going for the Dark Knight. When he's down in the pit and he's just doing pull-ups and stuff. That calisthenics bod. That's what I'm going for now. It's Eagles ending the live stream with yo, since we won, show the abs and muscles. That, my friends, is going to be Patreon only content. You can find the link to that in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I certainly had a good time. Mexico campeones once again. Panama, shout out to you guys. Hell of a tournament from y'all. I'll be back live on Tuesday for more World Cup qualifiers. Connor's going to be back live Tuesday night for Brazil versus Argentina. I will be watching that at a sports bar here in Rio de Janeiro, so I won't be on the stream, but got a lot more content for you guys. I'll be dropping like CONCACAF reaction videos to this tournament. Maybe not tomorrow, but Tuesday, something like that, whenever I got some time. So, the CONCACAF content doesn't stop here on Dead Ball TV. And then we're going to do more like live stream chill sessions and stuff, because I know you guys like those too. And I like doing these live streams. They're a great time, but it's 1 a.m. for me, y'all. I'm going to go to bed. Make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the stream. Check us out on social media.